guys, today I am bringing you my June book haul. I wasn't really intending to get any more books this month, but for all of these books probably only spent like $10 maybe? Yeah, $10 or less, which is pretty good considering how many books I got. The first book that I got this month was Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I got this because my boyfriend bought a copy of it for himself, and then shortly after that one of his friends gave him a copy, so he gave me one of them. And he read this and really loved it. I am going to read it at some point. I don't know if I will enjoy it as much as he did just because I'm not really into gaming, but it sounds like a cool story anyway, kind of like dystopian fiction, so I feel like I will like it regardless. And I really like this book, like it feels really nice. The next books I got were given to me by my boyfriend's mum. She's really into like thrillers and crime fiction, that kind of thing, and these were some books that she was getting rid of, so she offered them to me, which was really nice. So the first one is Warning Signs by Stephen White. It's about a clinical psychologist. One of his friends, the district attorney, is killed, and then another family friend of his who is a homicide detective gets accused of the murder. So that sounds kind of crazy. The next one is Buried Prey by John Sanford. It's about the bodies of two young girls who went missing like 25 years ago being found and everything unraveling from there. The next one, I'm not quite sure if it's really the same sort of genre, but it's called Matthew Flinters' Cat by Bryce Courtenay, or Courtenay, however you say that. This is set in Sydney in Australia, and it's about the coming together of an unlikely friendship or something like that. I don't really understand how to explain this because the blurb sounds really vague, but yeah. The next books I got were all from a secondhand store, not specifically a secondhand bookstore, but it was a secondhand store that had a fantastic selection of books, and they were all very cheap. All of them were $1 or $2 each, which is incredible, especially considering some of the books that I got. There were so many books there that I was really interested in but didn't want to get in case I didn't like them. I tend to only add books to my bookshelf if I know that I really want them. The first one is The Pit and the Pendulum by Edgar Allan Poe. This is a Penguins classic book, and this basically has all of Edgar Allan Poe's work that I would want to read. It's got The Telltale Heart, which is one of my favourites. It's got The Raven, which is a poem that I've wanted to read for a long time, and a lot of his other work, so this was really good. The next one is Allegiant by Veronica Roth. I got this because I've only got Divergent and Insurgent. I never ended up buying Allegiant because I never ended up finishing reading Insurgent, but now that I have the entire trilogy, I feel like I will finish it. I'm probably going to do like a reread, start with Divergent, read through, finally finish Insurgent, and then I'll read this one. So I'm pleased that I have it and it matches the covers that I already have, so I was really stoked to have found this for so cheap because I probably never would have bought it otherwise. And the final books that I bought were all Animorphs ones. Animorphs is a kids sci-fi series from the 90s. It was one of my favorites. It's about a group of teenagers who run into some aliens and they basically get given the ability to morph into animals, and they're kind of trying to save the planet. I loved it so much when I was a kid. It was a TV show as well. I've been kind of trying to collect them if I see them in secondhand stores. I found the first one, which I'm super stoked about. This is The Invasion, and I really like these because in the bottom corner, if you flick through, it's like the person morphing into the animal, which is really cool. I forgot that they did that. And then I got number 11, which is The Forgotten. The final book that I got was number 14, The Unknown, which is Cassie turning into a horse. So really stoked to find these. That's all of the books that I got in June. I was really stoked about it because I spent hardly anything and still got a few really great looking books to read. So yeah, if you've read any of them, let me know your thoughts. There's a bit of fluff flying around. I would love to know what you think, especially for Ready Player One and for those like crime books, because I don't really read anything like any of those. And if you're an Animorphs fan, please let me know that as well, because there are a few of us out there and I feel like it's like its own little fandom. So yeah, if you want to keep up with me on Goodreads, I will link that down below, as well as my Twitter and Instagram, and subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you guys with my next video in a couple days. Bye.